Yo, right, everybody, we are here today checking out a little upcoming banger by the name of The Case of the Golden Idol. Now, this is going to be a game that takes a bit of inspiration, I would say, from the return of Obra Dinn. It's the follow-up project from the dude behind Papers, Please. Now, Obra Dinn was a very, very big departure from Papers, Please, obviously. More of a almost detective-like game. You're kind of going through a ship, trying to figure out certain murders, certain cases based on what you're seeing, putting things together. Makes you really think quite a bit. This game is very similar to that regard because we're going to be investigating these scenes after the fact. And we're supposed to put the story together based on the evidence left behind. So right now we got an abrupt termination of contract. So, we get a cool, first and foremost, scene like this, right? This is a stage for us to figure out now. So obviously we have a dude pushing off another guy from a cliff to his demise, as you could probably imagine. So this is the exploration function. Over here we have thinking. This is essentially what we have to put together as the detective, I suppose, right? We have to discover a couple of identities. Primarily the suspect and the disease, more than likely. There is material to be discovered, and the scroll is not filled in. This is essentially what's going to complete everything for us. So so-and-so pushed so-and-so from a cliff in the yada yada of Monkey Paw Island. Alright. So obviously it was him and him, but who are these people? Well, let's find out. We click on this guy. Ah! Is what he says. He happens to have a scalpel on him. January 5, 1742, both parties agreed to these terms for the expedition of Monkey Paw Island. Albert Cloudsley has rights to 2/3 of all valuables for funding the expedition. So Albert Cloudsley, 2/3. Oberon Geller has rights to 1/3 of all the valuables and any golden statues found for providing the map to the expedition site. So Albert gets 2/3 of the booty, Oberon gets 1/3, but he also gets golden statues. Okay, now we could click these over here because this is obviously names, right? We're looking for things to fill out. So let's get out of that. Here's our map. And we have the Horn of Finger, the ruins of Sinopolis, Horn Thumb, Bay of Shadows. Okay. So we got locations, right? We did need a location to kind of put this together. Now, how could we surmise the location? Well, that's a good question. However, if we look at our map over here, at least our scene, what do we see? Well, we see two islands hanging out in the back, I would say, right? If we see two islands, maybe it's these two right here. So that's only one right there. So could this right here be the Horn of Thumb, you're asking? I think so. Oh, I think so. A medicine bottle. So this guy, by the way, scalpel, medicine bottle, and the contract. Interesting items. Let's go over to thinking, though, and I'm going to go ahead and put my money on Horn of Thumb. Okay. Let's scurry on back here. Who's this guy? He had a pipe. He also had the contract. Dr. Oberon Geller. Could we not assume that a dude carrying a medicine bottle and a scalpel on him could be the doctor? I'm gonna say Albert Cloudsley. Come here, my friend. Pushed Dr. Oberon Geller from a cliff. Oh, we got it. I think there was still one more thing for us to check out on the map, but I got it beforehand. The scroll has been fulfilled. While Dr. Oberon Geller was surveying the poor weather with his looking glass, his expedition partner, Albert Cloudsley, Esquire, suddenly pushed him off the cliff.
Why?
Curious as to why. Because if we're looking at the booty, right? Let's say we had 3 bags. Homeboy holds 2/3, right? So he gets 2 bags, the other guy gets 1 bag. But obviously the thing also said he keeps the golden statue, so he does have his stash of loot right there. So that's been done. Let's come over here to chapter 2. An untimely passing of a rural gentleman. A rural gentleman. Still in chapter 1. Complications in the family. This feller doesn't look too well, I would say, right? There's a blood trail, if it makes any bit of a difference here. We came from there, is what I'm thinking, yada yada yada, and so he was bleeding when he came in. And he passed out here, and he died there, I suppose. Let's start off over here. We have the statue. Statue. The statue. Hold up a second. Hold up a momentary second here. That's our statue, boys. A horse? A horse is running in the yard. It's a tricky one because apparently it's timed, so it's not always there. But whenever it runs by, you gotta click on him. Nothing on that thing. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. Attire. So what do we got for the scroll? So-and-so, lord of so-and-so place, passed away in his bed. The cause of death was something which occurred when he fell from a... maybe a horse? Well, he was something. I mean, we do have a horse. Could he have fallen from a horse? Maybe. But we can't jump to that conclusion because there's a ladder here with a book that's apparently been almost pulled off, so maybe he just fell off of here. Although, if he fell off of here, you'd imagine, why would he come over there and then go back to his bed? Who knows? But we can't jump to that conclusion just yet. Spontaneous combustion. I don't think he spontaneously combusted, and he seems to be fully intact, other than the gaping gash in his head. I, Sebastian Cloudsley. Cloudsley! What was this chapter called? Something about the family? So Albert Cloudsley found, or at least didn't find it, but he forcefully took by murdering Dr. Oberon, this idol, right? Now, another Cloudsley member seems to have it with him. August 22, 1786. Woke up a beautiful day. Washed and dressed in my dining attire. 1400. Had a beautiful roast duck for lunch. 1600. Changed to my hunting rifle attire. To my hunting rifle, he actually, literally, he slid on into the barrel of the rifle itself. 1700. Rode to hunt badgers. Had no luck today and returned home. 1800. Changed to my researching attire. Changed to my dining attire. Okay. This is August 22, 1786. So I think we know who the character here is then, right? This is how we find out who, what he owns, or lord of whatever part. I'm gonna imagine it's Blackfield because I see water over here. And water is closer to Blackfield. I'm gonna say it's Blackfield. So, Sebastian Cloudsley of Blackfield is what we got. Now, the 23rd is marked. Is that for our convenience, or... This was the diary entry from yesterday. And assuming August 23rd is what it is here today. And that would line up. So... Okay, we got August 23rd. What's up here? This clue has been added to the thinking panel. So this right there is his dining attire. Because homeboy's got to switch to a different set of clothes to eat, right? This has to be his research, right? So that's got to be his hunting attire. So my boy, I think, was out hunting when he took that plunge himself. Got the ladder. Henry Clover, lead poisoning. So we have a couple of things that will throw us off here. The spontaneous combustion and lead poisoning. Could it be lead poisoning? I mean, sure, I suppose, but I mean, he's literally bleeding from his head. A ring with a ruby. The man is not breathing, his head is badly wounded. So yeah, lead poisoning is gonna do that. I think you fell. Let's see about putting this together then. I'm thinking Sebastian, obviously. I mean, that's the only options we have. Lord of Blackfield. Passed away in his bed. The cause of death was a head wound, which occurred when he fell from, I'm gonna say, horse, and he's definitely hunting in that attire. Well, that's what all makes sense to me. The scroll has been fulfilled. While the Lord of Blackfield was hunting, his horse threw him off and he suffered a deadly wound. So, not necessarily killed, but bad things happen around this idol. Driving a man to murder, and driving a man to apparently just fall off the freaking horse and crack his skull. What is this, though? Sebastian Cloudsley. We were just on that case. So, Who are these? Other Cloudsley members? Members of the community? Okay, and we wrap this up here with Murder at the Little Mermaid. Chapter 2, The Cursed Inheritance. What do we got here? It's a lot. Well, we have a dude murdered here, obviously. Revenge RR in blood. Wait, let's start off over here from the left-hand side. We have a window. Locked from the inside if it means anything. And we have a dude out here. Why did that bugger give me a note when he knows damn well I can't read? You had a shear, which, it looked like the dude was stabbed, wasn't it? So, you have a stabbing weapon. You can lie low for a couple of days in the old oarsman place down at the docks. So somebody gave him this note, apparently. An empty bed, not warm. So somebody hasn't been there in a bit. We have a trap door. Trap door to another trap door to this guy's room who's apparently stabbed. Something to keep note of, I'd imagine. Let's see, we have a blue picture there. A door does not open from this side. To go downstairs. The door does not open from this side, but there is a key there. Because nobody's getting in with that key right there, though. Revenge, RR. Dandelion, I think. Trapdoor, we already checked this guy out. What's in here? To my dear Maurice. Dear Maurice. So that was given to you. Could you be Maurice? The watch is ticking. What about here? Interesting. So the moment you open, you make a little jingle, and that's about it. But whatever was in there is apparently missing. What we got here? Dear proud beast master, I have attended our departed brother's send-off and accepted the keepsake that he bestowed upon our brotherhood in his will. The ring? Maybe? Brotherhood? Cloudsley maybe was part of this brotherhood. This guy got the ring. I shall send this letter tomorrow, September 10. I hope it will reach you without delay. Already it is midnight. I will retire to my bed for this has been a long day. May Griffin awaken. Proud beast initiate. So this guy was an initiate. He was going to send that stuff over to the Proud Beast Master tomorrow, September 10. Obviously that didn't happen. So he was murdered the day before. At the very least. Okay. And a washing bowl filled with slightly bloody water. Nothing that we can do after that. What about here? Oh, it's going over there, buddy. Alarm! Alarm! A break-in! Watchman. Alarm rattle. Henry Parker. Watchman number 2. So you're Henry Parker, huh? And you also have a spear, which could also double as a stabbing weapon, one would imagine. Alright. Now, one thing to note is the glass is on the outside. So if something crashed through, went through, it was from the inside out, not the outside in. Okay, so things to keep note of so far, I would say, all that stuff that we got up there. Who's this? Tell me, what does that man have that I lack? A small sword, another utensil for possibly stabbing somebody. And you have a key, which the door on the left was missing a key. 7 pence, and a hand of cards. Be calm, John. He was a perfect gentleman. He bought me a drink and then retired upstairs. So, could be the guy dead up there, maybe? A hand of cards? Maybe a little jealous rage from this John? 2 shillings and 4 pence is what she has. A key? To Annie, so this is gonna be Annie. And that's probably John. So we have an Annie and a John so far. And Henry Parker outside the guard. For you are beautiful like a rose, for you I will take any blows. Annie, you are like a glass of wine, your hair is very fine. I will find gold in a mine, if that makes you forever mine. Your piglet full of love. So could this letter have been from dude upstairs, and then this guy killed him in a fit of jealousy? What does he have that I don't have, Annie? And she has a stiletto, so she also has a tool of destruction and stabbing as well. What's on the table? Okay, it seems to be like tabs of who's won what, who's probably lost something. Whoever JB is, and Emmy in particular, they've lost a lot. That's a lot of negatives there. Oh, oh, you, John. So you're John B. Okay, could be. Just deal the next one, it's all luck anyway. Who are you, my friend? Remember, you as an agent of our trading company have to reflect its values to the fullest. Never be late. The client leaves port on the 10th. Huh. Who was upstairs delivering a letter on the 10th? The dead dude. Be persuasive. Do not take no for an answer. We must get the client's product. Who had upstairs a chest, a musical chest apparently with something lacking inside? The dead dude. Be effective. Once you have product, deliver it to me immediately with the servant boy. Most importantly, no matter what you do, be mindful of our reputation. Our names must remain spotless. And a dagger, huh? Okay. Oh, mother, forgive me. I will never gamble with something so dear to me again. Violin, a key, and a navaja. What did you gamble with? This? Did you get it back? Maybe that's what it was in the musical, in that chest with the music thing in it. The violin. And then this guy killed him to get it back because he lost it gambling. Degenerate gambler. Amazing Evan's musical performance. You're Evan. Okay, so you're Evan. Wanted. Robert Redroot, escaped convict, reward £50. Is that? Robert Redroot. It would seem almost a bit too apparent if the murderer, the escaped convict, did it, but who knows? And again, he's also on the run, so why the hell would he be killing people right now? You're on the run, dog. Green, Breege, and Blair. Okay. So these are the tabs. So we have a something green, something Breege, and something Blair. Annie Blair, Annie Breege, and a green, huh? Dandelion Room. Willard Wright. So the guy that's dead upstairs has got to be Willard Wright. Forget Me Not Room is the one on the left. Ash Blair. Okay. Ash Blair. So, now we gotta put names to these dudes. And what about you, my friend? Where did that blasted boy go? I really need to piss. The servant boy. Wait a second. Once you have the product, deliver it to me immediately with the servant boy. Dear Oscar, okay, so we have Oscar Boynton. It has come to our attention that the good owner of the Little Mermaid offers services to those who want to transfer products that are less agreeable to the authorities. I will come by in 3 days. If you still have some spare in your gin barrels and you are willing to earn extra money, reach out to me. That would have been the 11th. In 3 days. Not sure that's really important to our case at the moment. Knife. Okay, we have everything that we do need. Okay, what about here? The door to the street is show with a latch. So we have acquired all the clues. Can we put this together? Alright. We know Willard, a fight ensued upstairs and so got stabbed. Willard Wright. I'm gonna go far as saying this is gonna be here. Stabbed with what? We don't know just yet. So-and-so crept in so-and-so's room through the trap door. Unless they're talking about the door in the room on the left, which would be through the window. But then there's no mention of from the window or from that room to the room where Willard Wright is in. Right? So I'm thinking it would be the trap door into, again, Willard Wright's room. So-and-so crept into Willard Wright's room, the dead guy, through the trap door in the ceiling. While so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so were playing cards with loud music downstairs. So 3 people downstairs were playing music, or playing cards. You were supposed to be Annie. And then we also had John. I think that's who she was talking to. Annie, where's Annie? Annie's right there. You are Oscar Boynton. You're Evans. What's your first name? I don't know. But you were gambling, and you lost a lot of money. By the looks of it. So much, in fact, that that's how he probably lost his little violin, which he was like, oh, I will never gamble with something so dear again. I mean, look at these losings right here. You have to be Emmy, so you gotta be Maurice Evans. And then the room on the left was Ash Blair, correct? Get that clue. Ash Blair. You're Ash Blair. You, my friend, are Ash Blair. Okay. So John what? John B? Would have a B? John Breach. And Annie Green. Let's go, boys. I'm not gonna go with the one that's obvious because, you know, I feel like you're the fall guy. Ash Blair crept into Willard Wright's room through the trapdoor. He had to get this item, reputation to keep, the days match up, the missing item, the servant boy he was supposed to send the item with that's apparently not around. It's gotta be this dude. And Willard Wright wasn't down to cough up whatever, I guess, this guy wanted. And he had to do it one way or the other. So you had, I'm not sure what weapon you had, I have to look again. So let's see, I guess we could put in John Breach, Annie Green, and Oscar Boynton, maybe? What was your weapon, Doug? What did you have on you? What do you have on you? Dagger. Let's go! The scroll has been fulfilled. A man going by the name of Ash Blair crept into Willard's room through the trapdoor to steal something important. But when he opened the music box, it woke Willard up, and a fight ensued. In the fracas, Ash grabbed Willard and attempted to frame escape convict. Or Ash stabbed Willard and attempted to frame an escape convict. The letter. So that's the reason why Homeboy was like, "What did this bugger give me a note?" And he was like, "I can't read." And that is it, unfortunately. Now, oh, next chapter? Some more? Yo, there's some more. Well, I feel like I'm out of time with this one. But this dude's on freaking fire? Oh, complications of... And we're going back to chapter 1! So this might be the conclusion, maybe. Unless it's just another continuation of the Cloudsley stuff. And yeah, we saw him, and there was somebody else in that when Sebastian Cloudley got put to rest. Interesting. Oh, it was her. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up here for now. I'll have the information down below because you guys want to check it out for yourselves. It's, as I mentioned, only a demo here at the moment. And if you'd like to see more from me, let me know in the comments. If leaving a thumbs up if you enjoyed it enough, I will definitely come back and do some more. If not, definitely check it out for yourselves, and I'll keep an eye out for the full release, because this one is definitely quite a little banger. I'll catch you guys next time.